Hello, everyone. So, today I'll be discussing a very common topic, which is I think everyone is aware of today in today's world. What is intellectual property? So, it's not like your normal property, like your house, your car, that's your property, that's a tangible property. What intellectual property means? So, intellectual property is something which is intangible, but you have a right over it. So, if you look around your room, so what things you find? Like a TV, it also has intellectual property rights. Your handbag, that also has one kind of intellectual property rights. Your bottle, that also has one kind of intellectual property rights. So, we'll be discussing what exactly is intellectual property, what are different types of intellectual property, how can we get protection, and what are the pointers you need to keep in your mind. So, how let's begin with it. So the first thing is, what exactly is intellectual property? That is something which is your idea, your creation. Like it's just not just idea, but you have created something with your idea. That might be a artistic work. That is like, for example, a painting. If you have created a painting, you have a kind of copyright protection on that painting. Or if you have created some invention. Now, what exactly invention means is like you have a created something which has technological advancement from the existing technology, or you have created something very new. Like for example, I would give you an example of a bulb. A bulb was in when the bulb was invented, that was patented by a person that time. Similarly, if you see a designer wear lehenga of Sabyasachi, that is also a designed, the design under design protection, it is protected. So anything which is your creation of your mind, either it is an invention or anything artistic word or design or symbol. If I go for the symbols, then McDonald's symbol, you have seen the M symbol, that's also have a trademark registration on it. So this is the intellectual property, anything which is your idea and you have converted into a creation. So once you have created it, you obviously have to seek protection on it, and you will have a legal right on that creation for a certain period. So as I mentioned before, it is not tangible, it is intangible property of yours, but yes, it has a potential of creating economic value. Now I would give an example. For example, the someone created a M symbol. So when the company was finalizing what exactly should be our trademark, so they have paid the person who actually created that M. So it your creation has a significant economical value. Now, why is IP important? It is important because you don't want anyone to use it without your permission. Obviously, if you have created something and someone else is using it, so the economical benefit, the commercialization benefit will be given to that person. So you don't want that. So first thing is that you want to keep your protection to yourself only. You should have a monopoly, allowing the creator to earn revenue from them. It's also a very valuable business asset. Okay, so it helps businesses build value and competitive advantage. For example, if you are seeing this McDonald, you think, okay, it is a known brand, I should go for it, it has a trademark registration on it. So you build, actually IP protection builds a kind of trust between the consumers. So it's very important that if you are getting something registered, so others also rely on it. Okay, you have a protection on it, so we can go for this product. For example, Nike, if they don't have this protection, and if they're selling it without any logo brand on it or anything else, so you won't rely on it, that it doesn't have a good quality maybe, or something. Like your thoughts will change. So you have to see, you always see for a branded protection, so that you can have a trust on it. So that's why IP is very important in today's world. So if you going to buy a coffee machine in the market, and if you see there's no brand on it, so you still have a second thoughts that maybe I should not buy it, because it does not have any like IP protection, it's not related to any brand. So that's a very important IP issue. Now, types of intellectual property. So there are different types of intellectual property. Number one is patents. So patents actually protect your inventions. So anything which is new or non-obvious, that can be a process as well or a product as well. For example, drug. From drug I mean the composition of medicine. For example, the medicines which you are buying in your dispensary. So all those medicines have patent protection. The composition of that medicines have patent protection. Then similarly, trademarks, as I mentioned, McDonald's, Nike, uh, anything else, Puma, or any brand you see, Samsung, iPhone, they have patent, the trademark protection on that. Then copyright, that is any creative or artistic work or any content or as well. The books which you read of various authors, like Bhagat book, so he has a copyright protection on his all his creations, like all his writings. Industrial designs, the various, like your handbag, if you have a handbag now, the design of the handbag, if you have taken it from a very renowned like brand, or even not renowned but any brand, so that also has a design protection on it. The trade secrets, that's a confidential business information. So for example, formula of Coca Cola, like Maggi masala, if you see the composition of that masala, they all comes under trade secret. So we'll discuss a few things about patents. So what exactly is patents? As I mentioned, it protects new invention. It can be a product or as well as a process. So what is the requirement of getting a patent? Number one is novelty, that it should be new. Inventive step, by inventive step, it should not be non-obvious. So obviously in today's world you cannot create something very new. You can obviously, but very new is very like, you cannot create that. You will think everything exists in this world. But you can obviously produce something or create something which has a technological advancement over the previous one. Like if already existing product is facing some issue and you created something which resolves that issue, then you can have a patent protection on that. So we'll be discussing this in detail in our next slides or whatever, whenever I'll be making in that, but not in this video. But we'll be discussing how you can think over that this can be patented or not in India or anywhere else. So patent protection usually lasts 20 years. So you can only get protection on your invention only for 20 years. Okay, so it gives you a right to make, use, or sell the invention and also protect your invention from others to use it. So daily examples like your phone, the touch screen technology. It wasn't there when we had that Nokia phone, the small Nokia phones with that snake game. But then touch screen technology was patented, and then we nowadays every other phone has that. Then manufacturing process of the phone is also patented by someone. Then your car, the braking system, the airbag deployment mechanism. So anything, like you point out any product and you will know that it has some or the other intellectual property rights on it. Then medicines. So as I mentioned, all the medicines available in the market is also patented. If you can see that, like shampoo, the composition of shampoo is also patented. Then trademarks, it covers the logos, slogans, sounds, colors that identify a brand. Now, if you have seen the Mami Poco brand diaper, so it says Mami Poco pants. So they have this sound trademark on that. Then Mami Poco pants, that the word, they have the trademark on this word as well. So that helps distinguish your goods and services from others. So everyone will remember you with this Mammy Poco pants. Okay. So for trademark protection, we get a protection of 10 years, but it can be renewed at endless times, and you get, whenever you renew it, you will get another 10 years. So this is how the trademarks goes. And it obviously it builds brand recognition and trust within the consumers. So if you see for the daily example, so your morning coffee, so the logo, if you drink Starbucks coffee, so Starbucks has that green logo with a something built inside it that has a trademark protection on it. Then your phone and laptop, so obviously your phone has a Apple logo or Samsung name on it, that has a trademark protection. Then Windows operating system symbol, if you see, That also has a trademark protection. So copyright, it includes literary, your original literary work, musical, artistic, and software works. So if you created a song, if you created a music, so it also comes under copyright. If you have created a painting, you have copyright protection. So if you Google anything, like if you search for, like for example, if I search for copyright, or if I search for a painting of Peppa Pig, or if I search for a painting of a mountain, so if you see, there's always a disclaimer written below the image that the image may be subject to copyright issues because someone else has clicked it. So if you use this image in your project or some anywhere else, so it can be a copyright issue. So we have to like see, even if the photos you take from your like phone, that also has copyright protection, you have copyright protection. So even if you apply for the protection, or even if you don't apply for the protection, but you still have copyright. But it's always better to apply for the copyright protection, because so that you let the world know that yes, I have a protection on this work. So it generally lasts with the life of the author. Obviously, if you whatever the lifespan of the author is, the copyright exists till that time. It prevents unauthorized copying or distribution. So daily example is whatever song you listen in the movies, or even the show, the dialogue, the scripts, all has copyright protection on it. The specific reading a book, the specific written text and its layout also has a copyright protection. Also the source code of an software. So, moving to the designs, it protects the visual or aesthetic aspects of a product. So, visual or aesthetic, it covers shape, color, pattern, configuration of the product. So, the handbag, if you look at, so the brown color, the shape, the configuration, so it depends on you whether you want to protect the color or not. But you can also protect the shape and pattern individually. But if you want to specifically protect the color, you can also protect the color. So it gives you various options what exactly you want to cover under the industrial design. So if you see a table at your house, anything else, the bottle, the shape of bottle, the bottle in your house, they all can be registered under industrial design. But if you have created something new, the only requirement is that it should be new. And it also it is protected for 10 to 15 years. And I've already given you the example of a handbag. I've given you example. Now, trade secret, it is the confidential business information. It can be a client list, the processes, like the Maggi masala or the Coca-Cola formulation. They all have trade secrets. Your favorite snack, whatever snack you eat, the Lays. So they have a trade secret. They don't let anyone know that how they made the Lays chips. So the specific formulas, client list, your drink formulas, everything is covers under this. So why should we care about IP now? Because it helps you protect your creativity and your hard work. You don't want anyone else to like sell anything in whatever you have created. It also builds a career. You can build a business, you can build a career out of it. Then it also prevents plagiarism and misuse. Obviously, if you take protection under IP, it will help you prevent plagiarism. You can always take action against that person who used your creation. And yes, it creates revenue through licensing. Even if you don't have like capabilities of like selling it directly to the consumers, but you can always have a tie up with the businesses. You can always show your projects or whatever creation you have created to the businesses, so who have link, so we can do it by licensing or like selling it exclusively. So how to protect your IP? First thing is we need to keep your records. Second thing, who with whomever you are sharing your information, you should always sign non disclosure agreements. This is very important, which everyone misses. Second thing, do not publish your creation. You should always file for your application first and then go for the public publication, or and also through a limited way. Then always seek legal advice for your valuable inventions. If you think you have created something very new, you should not go to the business directly. You should come to the legal advisor so that you can have a protection on it first, how to go about, they can advise you better, and then you can go to the businesses. You should always respect others' IP. You should not copy them to avoid infringement. Now, this is a case study which I have built. Now, this is a Maggie packet. So, what kind of IP protection it has? If you look, this is a Maggie red and yellow packaging. So, it has the Maggie word has a trademark protection on it. The logo red and yellow logo also has a trademark protection on it. The 2 minutes noodles, that also has trademark protection. Then you have heard about the Maggie slogan, Maggie, Maggie, Maggie. That also has a trademark protection on it. Then copyright, anything which is written over it. 2 minute noodles, your favorite masala taste, the layout, the jingles, all has copyright protection on it. The whatever written, the recipes or something like that, the ingredient, they all have copyright protection on it. Then patent protection, that would be the manufacturing process. The seasoning formulation, the seasoning, the masala which we get inside the Maggie has the patent protection, the formulation of that. Then trade secret, yes, the formulation, because they don't disclose it to anyone, that has a trade secret. The supply chain know-how, we cannot know the business information about it, so that's protected under trade secrets. And the packaging, that comes under designs. I think this has provided a much clarity that a product, how many IP protections can a single product has. Then the second case study which I want to give you people is the Coca-Cola bottle. You can just search for it, how, what kind of IP protections the Coca-Cola bottle has, and you can comment down if you are able to. Then I can also disclose it after a few days, what kind of IP protection, what different IP rights the Coca-Cola bottle has. Thank you. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, and also comment down if you want to ask any further questions. Thank you.